Well, every time you fill up or check out, you expect to get what you paid for. But an unscrupulous owner of a scale or pump could end up shortchanging you. In Texas, the Department of Agriculture regulates taximeters, gas pumps, and more. They found thousands of those scales were not right last year alone. But the Ag Commissioner says he doesn't have enough inspectors to keep up, so he wants more. As KXAN's David Scott explains, those protections will not come cheap.
It's bad enough what we've got to pay at the pump these days, but how do you know it's an honest pump and that you're not getting ripped off?
There's a new sheriff at the Ag Department, longtime lawmaker Sid Miller, telling his old colleagues he wants the 2011 budget cuts restored. Cuts he himself voted for. $11 million more to create a consumer fraud unit and much more.
What the consumer should be thinking is that Texas Department of Agriculture's got their back and they're being taken care of. And that's what we intend to do. And that's why we're asking the legislature for a little more help.
It takes 8 years right now to inspect all 400,000 gas pumps in Texas. There's no monitoring at all of taxi cab meters and a 2-year backlog of fraud cases to deal with. Commissioner Miller wants a year-long audit of his department, something never done before.
It's not a witch hunt. It's nothing against the previous administration. I want that as a baseline for me going forward. The satisfaction that everything's good. If there's something there, I want to get it fixed now.
Do folks at the pump ever wonder if they're getting hosed?
I usually don't question that because I assume that there is some regulation going on.
You just assume they're treating you fair, right?
Yeah.
How would you feel about more inspectors?
Good if it meant that it was for sure going to be fair and I didn't have to worry about it.
The sheriff's made his pitch. Will the legislature pay the tab? David Scott, KXAN News.
These inspectors are important because they catch thousands of violations. Looking through Texas Department of Agriculture data, we found there were 133,000 gas pump inspections last year in Texas. About 6% or 8,600 pumps were not compliant. That means the pumps were either giving off too much or too little gasoline. The agency also inspected about 2,500 pest control companies, finding nearly half were not compliant with Texas law.